just what I need. A bit of dope bass. What is that? Ah, it's the sun. It's a UFO. It's something that we don't see a lot. So, well, what I can say today is, woohoo! Wow! It's hump day in the UK. The sun is out. It might be freezing, but I'm happy. Because I have none other than an exclusive tonight. Before I go through what's going on Soul City Grooves, I have an exclusive. I'm going to hog this bit just for me. Funk Odyssey tonight turns on. It's hip-hopping non-stopping. And basically what that means is I'm pulling all the stops to get the dopest tracks out. Now, I ain't going to claim to be pure hip-hop, but then again, who is? Because hip-hop is bits of. It's bits of this and it's bits of that. Whether it be acapellas, whether it be break beats, whether it be funk, whether it be soul, whether it be all mashed together to create a sound and a sample. But one thing I am going to say is I am hip-hop through and through in my heart. But I still love the funk. I still love the soul. I still love the R&B. So all along the rhythm and the timeline and the heartbeat of life is through music. So, with all this shenanigans and philosophy, that stuff out of the way, tonight basically is going to be dope. I'm extremely humbled to have a global exclusive from the awesome Imperial Brothers. Their brand new unreleased track, which is going out, I believe they say in a couple of weeks. Big up to the guys. They contacted me, said that I got play. They did me a drop. And you guys, if you tuned in tonight on Soul City Grooves on New Funk Radio, the global phenomenon, you will hear it. And I'll tell you what, talk about old school flavours with a bit of 21st century cool. So, bottom line is, you've got to tune in and listen to it if you want to hear it. I'm not going to tell you what time on the show I'm going to play it as well. Because, what's the point of that? You wouldn't get the feel of the ambience of the show. Because I'm going from the old school flavours to new school. Now, also, as well, got some hip-hop news as well that I'm going to drop in there. Something that the IBMCs have been working on as well. Esh from the IBMCs. He's given me a little sound snippet as well from that to play on tonight's show. Of course, some fantastic news for Mickey Red Venom as well. So I'm going to be dropping one of his new tracks as well. MTD, I'll be dropping theirs as well, their new track. And then I'll be back to some old school flavours. Now, the reason why I do this, I'm not going to just play all new hip hop, I'm not going to play all rare stuff. It's because the bottom line, at the end of the day, there needs to be a certain degree of familiarity in any of the tracks. And if you listen to any shows, if you just play all rare stuff, people are going to say, well, this is great, but I don't recognise any of it. You need familiarity in a lot of things. And this is one of the things now that I'm finding, at least if I'm going to mix it up a bit, I'm going to mix some shows up. That's one of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to put a certain degree of familiarity in there. Some old school favourites. You listen to a lot of the other radio shows nowadays, what you're doing is they're probably dropping in a few familiar favourites. Like, say, last week, absolutely wicked. I might even play it again this week because it could be used as a breakbeat. Is the Clash Magnificent Dance. Now, would you believe hearing that on a funk show or on a soul and funk show? No, you wouldn't. But it was, and it's an absolute dope track. And a number of the DJs, top end DJs that I've been speaking to, have said that they've dropped it in a couple of times. So it might almost be, when am I going to drop it next? Who knows? You'll have to keep it locked. All right, so Dubsy, of course, tonight he will be 6 till 8 doing his drive time thing. Like Dubsy does. It's awesome to have him back. We know that Dubsy's in the studio because there'll be a queue of women outside, and he knows it too, because he comes out and he's budgie smugglers with his headphones on from Studio One, and they're queuing up. I will be on from 8 till 10 GMT in Studio 3. Stacey B will be in Studio 1 from 10 till midnight doing his sizzling bangers. And again, another compulsory show. When we talk about the familiar, we talk about your comfort tracks. Stace has an uncanny habit of being able to pick out some of those fantastic gems, dropping them in a show, and then basically making you feel all good and warm. As does Dubsy, getting you kick-started in the right way. I quite often, when I'm on my way to the studio, tune in via your TuneIn radio app on your phone and listen to Dubsy. Absolutely awesome. Thursdays is Thong Day. And of course, with that, JJ the DJ will be wearing his bright orange thong, ready to go. And he will be doing his thing from Studio 13, a remote outpost in the middle of Warsaw. And he will be doing his madness. And I tell you what, compulsory listening, if you ever want cheering up, ask him to run your putty. And then Martin Shaw, of course, the Soul Sessions. The Soul Sessions will be coming on from 8 till 10 with Martin Shaw. And again, a compulsory listening. Scotty will be in the house. Mr. 1/3 of the Smooth Grooves crew will be doing his thing from the shed. Now, I don't know. Maybe he may be in, but I know the shed does get cold at this time of the year. So I suspect maybe where he is, he'd be in the house, literally. We're all doing like a warm-up for the 6th of April, which we can't wait, where Soul City Grooves will be in the second room. It should be Dubsy, Stacey B and myself, which will be absolutely fantastic. I had the awesome chance to speak to Mr. Flip last night as well. What a fantastic conversation we had about radio. Oh yes. So, what else? Yes. Scotty will be from 10 till midnight. Fridays, Dubsy will be doing his Regalicious vibes, and I tell you what, that's another way to really get you bumping and a grinding and getting yourself kick-started for the weekend. Stacey B will do his Soulicious from 8 till 10, and then who knows, 10 till midnight. The Autobot currently is in control, but it could quite easily be a guest selector. You never know. Right, okay, off the back of that, Saturdays will be none other than the legendary DJ Isis doing her thing from 5 till 7 o'clock. And then we will be hearing from the two legends, that is, David RB and Hugh K. Hugh K will be on from 7 till midnight. See, that tested just Hugh. He's probably going, 7 till midnight? No, I will not. Bavarian Brother will be on from 7 till 8, doing his funky 219. Maybe. David RB, the legend that is, will be on from 8 till 10. In fact, maybe 8 till late. And the reason why is because that's what David RB does. You cannot miss it. It is compulsory. Sundays, Autobot takes over right away up to the surgery. And the surgery is on from 10. No, see, I'm getting all my times mucked up now because the antifreeze hasn't kicked in. The surgery will be kick-started from 7 o'clock till 9. And then, from 9 till late, will be Dubsy with his awesome Sunday Soulful Vibe show, which again gets you in the right moods to chillaxing. Peace and light, Marky P, live and direct. Really excited about tonight due to the exclusives, global exclusives. Not one station but two, New Funk Radio and Soul City Grooves in the UK. Peace and light, Marky P, that away. Wrapping up with me Babalat.